play. David Johnson is injured, now at 155. Matthew Berry explains how to address number 1 overall fantasy pick David Johnson's injury, which could cause him to miss a few weeks to half the season or more. 155. Here are the most significant NFL players who got banged up in Week 1. Monday, Zach Strief, OT, New Orleans Saints. Strief was ruled out of Monday night's game with a knee injury after walking off the field with trainers before halftime. Losing Strief is a big blow to a Saints offense that was already starting the year without left tackle Teron Armstead because of a shoulder injury. Veteran swingman Senio Kelumet replaced Strief at right tackle. Sunday, David Johnson, RB, Arizona Cardinals. Johnson hauled in a 24-yard completion but injured his wrist on the play. He fumbled on Arizona's next drive and then left the game, and did not return. He had 28 yards on 11 rushes, as well as 68 yards on 6 receptions. Backup Cohen Williams finished with 10 yards on 5 carries. ESPN's Chris Mortensen reported Sunday that an MRI would determine whether Johnson will miss a few weeks or half the season or more. On Monday, the team revealed that Johnson will seek a second opinion on the injury, but the early prognosis is a dislocated wrist that will require surgery. If Johnson's injury turns out to be a dislocated wrist, he'll go on injured reserve with a possible return. Coach Bruce Arians would NT put an official timeline on Johnson's return, should that be the injury, but cited rookie running back TJ Logan will end up missing 8 to 12 weeks with the same injury. Danny Woodhead, RB, Baltimore Ravens. Woodhead suffered a hamstring injury, and did not return. Woodhead had 4 yards on 1 carry, and 33 yards on 3 receptions in the game. Woodhead missed the last 2 preseason games with a hamstring injury. His season ended last year with a torn ACL. "We'll see," Woodhead said of the injury following the game. "It's one of those things. We'll wait until we get back." The injury leaves the Ravens with 2 healthy running backs, Terrence West and Javorius Allen. Allen Robinson, WR, Jacksonville Jaguars. Robinson left the game after suffering a left knee injury on the 3rd play. Robinson caught a 17-yard pass from Blake Bortles on 3rd and 2 to convert the first down, but he was unable to walk to the sideline and was immediately attended to by Jaguars medical staff. Robinson eventually walked off the field and was taken to locker room to undergo further tests. He was subsequently ruled out. On Monday, the team revealed that Robinson has a torn ACL, and will undergo surgery in the coming weeks. Without Robinson, the Jaguars will have to rely heavily on Marquise Lee and Allen Hurns, as well as veteran Aurelius Ben, who is one of the team's core special teams players. Stephon Tuitt, Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers fear Tuitt suffered a torn biceps Sunday, a source told ESPN's Adam Schefter. If an MRI that is scheduled Monday confirms the biceps is torn, Tuitt will miss the season. Tuitt has 108 tackles and 11.5 sacks in 3 seasons and added a tackle in Sunday's win over the Browns. Ronald Darby, CB, Philadelphia Eagles. Darby went down with an ankle injury and was carted off the field before being downgraded to out for the game. Following the contest, it was revealed that Darby has a dislocated ankle, but a source told ESPN's Chris Mortensen that Darby will not need surgery. Surgery would have meant Darby would miss the rest of the season. After Sunday's game, the team's medical staff expected that Darby's absence would be about 68 weeks if it did not require surgery, a team source said. Another source noted every player heals differently under the rehab treatment and said, "You can always hope for a 4 to 6 week deal, but there were discussions whether Darby would be a candidate for injured reserve, with the ability to return after 8 weeks. Kevin White, WR, Chicago Bears. White sustained a shoulder injury and was ruled out of the game. White finished the game with 6 yards on 2 catches, 4 targets. It was the 5th game of his career after being drafted 7th overall in 2015. On Monday, ESPN's Jeff Dickerson reported that White had fractured his scapula, and the team fears he will need season-ending surgery. White has been placed on injured reserve. Reuben Foster, pound, San Francisco 49ers. On a 2nd down draw play by Carolina with 3:33 left in the opening quarter, Foster moved toward Carolina running back Christian McCaffrey, but his foot appeared to catch as he lunged forward. Foster immediately grabbed for his lower right leg as medical personnel rushed to him. Soon after, a cart came on the field to take Foster to the locker room. Foster's injury was announced as a leg issue, then changed to an ankle injury, and he was downgraded to out. Ray Armstrong replaced him with a starting defense. Foster said after the game that he'd be back very soon. However, on Monday, the team announced that Foster has a high ankle sprain while the timeline for a return was not revealed. Foster's appraisal is surely on the optimistic side. Orlando Scandrick, CB, Dallas Cowboys. Scandrick sustained a left-hand injury during the first half against the Giants and was declared out. Anthony Brown took over as the nickel cornerback, with Chidobe Awuzie moving outside. Following the game, it was revealed that Scandrick has a broken left hand, but coach Jason Garrett said the team is optimistic Scandrick can return sooner rather than later. Monday, the team clarified that Scandrick will not play in Week 2, but is aiming to return for Monday Night Football on Week 3. Brian Cushing, Pound, Houston Texans. Cushing sustained a concussion and was ruled out. DJ Humphries, OT, Arizona Cardinals. Humphries suffered a knee injury and was downgraded to out. Michael Johnson, Cincinnati Bengals. Johnson sustained a stinger injury and was downgraded to out with a concussion diagnosis. He was replaced in the lineup by rookie Jordan Willis. Trey Hopkins, OG, Cincinnati Bengals. Hopkins was knocked out of the game with a left knee injury. Ryan Griffin, T, Houston Texans. Griffin suffered a concussion and was ruled out. CJ Fiedorowicz, T, Houston Texans. Like fellow Texans T. Griffin, Fiedorowicz was knocked out of the game with a concussion. Casey Redfern, P, Detroit Lions. Redfern was carted off following a botched punt run and was subsequently ruled out for the game. After the game, Lions head coach Jim Caldwell called it a significant injury, and on Monday, it was reported that Redfern tore the ACL, MCL and part of the patella tendon in his kicking leg, ending his season. Thursday, Eric Berry, Kansas City Chiefs. Berry ruptured his Achilles tendon in the Chiefs' win over the Patriots and has been placed on injured reserve, ending his 2017 season. Danny Amendola, WR, New England Patriots. Amendola left the game in the Patriots' sideline during the second half and is assumed to be in the concussion protocol. As with any concussion, his return timeline is unclear. Dont'a Hightower, Pound, New England Patriots. Hightower suffered a knee injury during the loss to the Chiefs, but the issue is reportedly just a mild MCL strain.